Aryan's bail order on Wednesday. SRK Gauri await best ever Diwali gift. Till then, no kheer or sweets at Mannat. Gauri kept Navratri fast, keeps Mannat. But stringent drug law spells trouble. Will it be Aryan Wali Diwali?
Hello and welcome to the special broadcast from Mumbai. I'm Sahil Joshi. Aryan Khan would be hoping for a relief tomorrow when Mumbai Sessions Court is likely to pronounce verdict on his bail plea. The judge has said that he will be pronouncing order by Wednesday, so it is likely that he will be pronouncing order by tomorrow. Aryan is currently lodged into Mumbai's Arthur Road jail as Qaidi number 956 for more than 10 days. Here is how Shah Rukh's son is spending time in prison.
Bandi number 956. This is how Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan will be known during his stay at Mumbai's Arthur Road jail. Till the time Aryan Khan is behind the bars, he will only be called by his jail number 956. For his canteen expenses, a money order of 4,500 rupees has been received by jail authorities from his family. As per jail rules, only one money order of 4,500 rupees is allowed in a month. And with the order on his bail reserved, Aryan Khan's jail stay has been extended. Sources have told India Today that Shah Rukh Khan's son, having tested negative for coronavirus, has been taken to the common cell from the quarantine barrack. He is now lodged with other prisoners at Arthur Road jail. Aryan is allowed to get clothes from outside, but he is eating the food served at the jail. SRK's son has reportedly used canteen coupons to get biscuits, snacks and a bottle of water. Aryan has been given a blanket, as is the norm for every prisoner in the jail. Having been in jail for a week now, Aryan Khan is a little disturbed. And while all the accused in the drug bust case were together earlier, they are all now in separate barracks. Jail officials are keeping a close watch on Aryan Khan, 24/7. The star kid is having jail food as no home food is allowed. He is, however, allowed to wear clothes that are brought to him from home. While Aryan can move around in his barrack during the day, he is not allowed out after 6 p.m.
Aryan Khan and other accused are kept in different barracks inside the Arthur Road jail due to security reason. The star kid is allowed to wear home clothes inside the jail. However, no homemade food is allowed. That requires special permission from the court. The big question still remains, will Aryan Khan get bail on October 20th? With camera person Vijay Desai, this is Saurabh Akhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
The Narcotics Control Bureau arrested him on the basis of consumption and alleged that he tried to purchase the drugs as well. So he was first arrested on the charges of consumption and the purchasing of the drugs. But later, as and when the case moved forward, the NCB started adding charges against Aryan Khan. So let's take a look at all the charges NCB has leveled against Aryan Khan while arguing against his bail plea.
The Narcotics Bureau is fighting tooth and nail to oppose Aryan Khan's bail plea, and so far it has succeeded. The NCB's case against Aryan is based on what it claims are 5 strong charges. Charge 1. During the bail plea hearing, Additional Solicitor General Anil Singh said it was not a case related to one individual. He said there is an entire gang involved in drug abuse and procurement. The NCB says all the accused are connected to trafficking and the use of drugs. Charge 2. According to the NCB, Aryan Khan's WhatsApp chats showed links to international drug peddlers. It showed orders for bulk quantity, which meant it was not for personal consumption alone. Charge 3. The NCB claims Aryan Khan is a regular customer and has been taking drugs for the past 3 years. The argument that no drug was found on him did not hold. Its view in court was that drugs found with Arbaz merchant was meant for both Aryan and Arbaz. Charge 4. The Narcotics Bureau said the quantity of drugs found does not make the crime any lesser. Once a connection with drug peddlers is established, then the quantity is not imperative. Charge 5. The NCB says the probe is at a preliminary stage. There was a lot to be still probed. Aryan Khan should not be granted bail as he could tamper with evidence and influence witnesses. Aryan's lawyer says that all the claims being made by the NCB are based on assumptions. Their single point argument is that he was not found with drugs, nor was he selling them. So will the NCB have its way, or will Shah Rukh Khan's son be let out on bail? That suspense continues till the 20th of October. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, as I mentioned, the sections were added in the case against Aryan Khan, even though Aryan Khan was originally arrested for consumption and purchasing of the narcotic substances. But later, as the case moved on, every bail hearing, the NCB started saying that he was also involved in the conspiracy. He's also involved in some sort of international drug racket. Now the case has been put under 27A, which is a very serious charge against NDPS Act, which deals with the production, sale, purchase, consumption of drugs and mandates punishment of at least 10 years in addition to the prison. But at the same time, there is another section called Section 27, which deals with the conspiracy in some kind of cases. Let's go to Pooja Shali and understand what are these stringent sections against Aryan Khan's case, which is actually stopping Aryan Khan from getting a required bail.
All right, thank you, Sahil, for putting us into perspective already that there are stringent actions that have been put against Aryan Khan. What are some of those sections that you must know, and what could be the consequences there if those sections do the persecution manage to get against him? Let's take a look one by one. Important, as was mentioned earlier, is Section 27A of the NDPS Act, which means production, sale, purchase, consumption of drugs. This is a very serious charge already being put against him that the defense has said is all false. If that does come to be proven, the section then not in arrest and remand paper have the arguments that have been put in the court against him. This could have 10 years of punishment if proven in the court. Importantly, NCB on the other hand has stated Aryan had exchanged WhatsApp conversations, that there were drug peddler links even globally against him. One of the sections again put against him is Section 29 of the NDPS Act. What does that mean? For criminal charges and conspiracy against him, and arguments in the court on that from the Bureau is possible nexus among all accused. Also punishable even if the crime is not committed. So it all depends on the arguments. Go ahead on that. I want to go across again to Sahil Joshi so he can explain it better, because Sahil, these are of course very serious charges, and while the Bureau says they have evidence, the defense says we can prove that he committed no crime.
Well, Pooja, this is really interesting because on 3rd of October, everybody thought that Aryan Khan is arrested only and only because he had consumed drugs, because the charge of consumption was there, and also of course to consume a drug you need to buy it, and that is the reason why he was arrested for purchasing the narcotic substance as well. But no drug test was conducted, and later what the NCB tried to make the case of is of the conspiracy as well as something which relates to the whole supply chain. If we talk about the rave party, which according to NCB was happening on that Cordelia cruise. I'm joined by my two of the colleagues, Divyesh Singh from the Narcotics Control Bureau's office, and Vidya, who has been attending all the bail hearings of Aryan Khan, and she has been attending the courts very regularly. She covers courts for India Today. But first, let's try and understand from Divyesh Singh. As I was mentioning, Divyesh, as the case progressed, as the investigation progressed, NCB started adding more and more stringent sections to the case, and they prevented Aryan Khan from getting bail, which would have been very easy if he would have been charged only and only with consumption and the procurement. But that is not happening. How and when NCB realized that new charges needs to be attached to this particular case, and which prevented Aryan Khan from getting bail? Where is the investigation progress, so that the NCB thinks that this is a case of conspiracy as well as some international drug trafficking?
Sahil, it was the second custodial remand when Aryan was produced at the Metropolitan Magistrate Court. It was learned then that the Narcotics Control Bureau has added the section 29 of NDPS, one of the most stringent sections, and this section under NDPS, Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act, is for conspiracy, and that makes the case even more stringent, the sections even more stringent. Even though Aryan Khan was booked for consumption initially, now that section 29 has been applied in the case against all the accused, the case becomes even more extreme against the accused involved, because the investigative agency, the Narcotics Control Bureau, means to say that everyone, each of the accused, there are 20 accused in this case who have been arrested till date, and each of them is connected to each other or is connected to a cartel or a drug syndicate, and there was a conspiracy for procurement, for consumption, and also in terms of peddling of drugs. That is what this section applies to in this particular case, and that is what let the Metropolitan Magistrate Court deny bail when it was applied at the Metropolitan Magistrate Court. Bail was denied by the Metropolitan Magistrate Court because section 29 was applied against all the accused, including Aryan Khan. And well, now that the case is being
as I was mentioning, Devesh, these are the section which has prevented the lower courts to grant bail to Aryan Khan. But at the same time, it is really important to see that the defense lawyers have always argued that the people who have been arrested outside the cruise, even people who have been arrested together, the 8 people who were arrested on the first day, they are not connected. Even the people who were arrested later are also not connected to each other. And what NCB is trying to make out is a case of a conspiracy in which all the 20 people acted together, which is not correct, is what the defense lawyers have been telling the courts time and again. But it looks like that because the section is stringent, it becomes difficult for any of the accused to get bail from the lower courts, and they have to move to the High Court to finally get the bail from there. Vidya joined with me. Vidya, you have seen in the past as well that many of the judgments were cited where the Sessions Court, the NDPS Court denied the bail because the stringent sections were applied. But by the time it moved to the High Court, and when the case was discussed on the basis of the investigation and the substance found against a particular accused, the High Court says this has happened in a lot of cases. Even in Riya Chakravarti case, we have seen this, that finally the High Court says that what you say about the case and what you say about the accused are two different things. So the accused cannot be taken under section 27A or section 29, and the accused gets the bail. What do you think is likely to happen in Aryan Khan's case as well? Because tomorrow it is likely that the order will be pronounced by the sessions judge.
Well, both the Riya Chakravarti's case and Aryan Khan's case are very similar, but there is a slight difference in the fact that Riya was not charged for consumption of drugs. Remember, she was not found with drugs as Aryan, but she was also not charged for consumption of drugs. She had denied having any drugs. And all that was proven, what the court had seen was that she was procuring the drug for actor Sushant Singh Rajput. So that's the reason why NCB had booked her under 27A. While in this particular case, it's not just 27A but also 29, which is very stringent. And in this particular, if I can explain 29 to you, basically it just means that someone, say for example, is actually convicted for a bigger charge. Even the person who has not really played an active role in that case will be charged equally for that entire case, because 29 is there. So it's actually quite a draconian, stringent law that you can see, in fact, in this case. And That's one of the reasons why most of the lawyers feel that, probably because of 27A and 29, which were hugely argued. Remember, bulk of the entire argument in this particular case from the NCB side or from that of the, Amit Desai, who was representing Aryan Khan, was on Section 29 itself, because all of them kept saying that why NCB is saying is to why it is applicable is not right, is what Aryan Khan is saying. But remember, NCB will obviously try its best to get to see that Aryan Khan is not bailed out. They will, on the other hand, try to see to it that Aryan Khan will get bail. But in this case, what we have been seeing is that in most cases, the court do not really, lower courts especially, do not give bail, considering the fact that there are very stringent measures. And remember, in this case, Additional Solicitor General himself had come down. Generally,
that is
people
the point,
of the rank
Vidya.
of ASG do not really come down to lower courts to argue cases.
That is the whole point. The ASG, I mean, the person at the level of ASG do not argue the cases normally in the lower courts. But what we have seen here, it looks like that the Aryan Khan case is one of the important cases by the Narcotics Control Bureau, and that is the reason why the Additional Solicitor General himself was presenting Narcotics Control Bureau, representing Narcotics Control Bureau in the magistrate as well as in the Sessions Court. But what is more important is that the basis of NDPS law says that if somebody has been caught for consumption, then the person should be treated as a victim and he should be counseled. And now that's what the Narcotics Control Bureau is trying to say, that the people like Aryan Khan was also counseled. But as Vidya was mentioning, there are striking similarities between the NCB case against Aryan Khan and Riya Chakravarti, even though the basic difference was that Riya Chakravarti was slapped with Sections 27A, which is related to the purchase and procurement and doing a business, whereas Aryan Khan has not been put like that. But what is significant to note is that both Riya and Aryan were found without any possession of the drugs. In both the cases, it was their phones which had led the NCB to form an opinion about their involvement in illicit drug trafficking. And that is why we say that there is a similarity in this case. In Riya Chakravarti's case, NCB had stated that she had not consumed drugs herself and only supplied some to the late actor Sushant Singh Rajput. While charging her under Section 27A of the NDPS Act, the Narcotics Control Bureau stated that Riya was prominent member of supply chain of drugs to Sushant Singh Rajput. This information was received by the agency after it was retrieved old chats from Riya's phone, and that those chats were also retrieved by the Enforcement Directorate, not by the NCB. On the other hand, this year, Aryan was placed under arrest for consuming the drugs and being part of a larger conspiracy. However, after his arrest, the agency took possession of Aryan's phone and immediately looked through his various chats to say that he was part of an international drug trafficking racket. And that is the reason why he has been booked now for Section 29 as well, as the section has been applied. As Vidya was mentioning, it is applied for the case. That's why even people like Aryan Khan will be looked through the prism of the Section 29. Now, Bollywood's mega star Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan mostly stays away from the public eye. He graduated from the University of Southern California earlier this year. Here is more on Aryan's life so far.
Bollywood's mega star Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan, who mostly stays away from public eye. The first child of Shah Rukh and Gauri Khan, Aryan graduated from the University of Southern California earlier this year. A full-fledged Bollywood debut still eluding him despite the grapevines and buzz. Defying trend of other star kids who choose an acting career straight out of school. Interview, SRK had said that neither Aryan nor daughter Suhana have been groomed to be actors. Adding that while Suhana has been inclined for an acting career, Aryan wants to be a director and filmmaker. Aryan's graduation ceremony photo went viral in May this year, where he was seen in his graduation robe holding his certificate. One cannot miss the name written below Aryan's photo. It read, Aryan Shah Rukh Khan. Aryan was awarded the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, Cinematic Arts, Film and Television Production, School of Cinematic Arts. Aryan Khan graduated from Sevenoaks High School in London in 2016. Bureau Report, India Today.
So by tomorrow, it is likely that the Sessions Judge will pronounce the order. The hearing has already been is finished. The defence and the Additional Solicitor General has already completed their arguments, and now the judge is likely to pronounce an order tomorrow on Aryan Khan's bail. That is going to be the key point tomorrow, that whether he gets the bail, or now the Aryan Khan's lawyer will have to go to the High Court if he doesn't get bail from the Sessions Court. We'll keep tracking this story. You stay on with us and keep watching India Today.